think we're good. I think we're crack-a-lacking at this present moment. I'll post this as well. Hopefully get the thing. So if you guys want to check what's going on in the market and you want to see my screen and everything else, go over to the other things that you need to do. But the market right now is looking pretty strong. Funny enough, right? This is the weird thing. Like we're holding some key levels, and the graph is holding. How long it's going to hold is my real question here, because we still have not broken the key area, although we've tried several times now. We're in a scenario right now that we are fully, completely trying. The bulls are trying to break through. They're trying to break through the key resistance level at 2.97 level, right? They're trying to do it. It's just whether they can do it is the real question here. Now, sometimes these type of movements that we get in the markets, especially if you look at total, I mean, it looks relatively strong, right? But it's still ranging between these two levels. Now we need this. It's looking good at the moment. It's looking good. We just need to be able to find support at the 2.97 area. It looks like we're breaking through. This looks promising. Now, whether this is something that we can oh right, yeah, sorry. How about now? Is the sound better now? Is the sound better now? I think the sound would be amazing right now. Is the sound better now? I forgot that I have to yes, is the sound guys on the redemption, is the sound better now? Much better, yeah, of course, because I forgot the mic was behind my back. Anyway, whatever, it's all good. I've been living under a rock for the past week. What's happening? A lot is happening. A lot is going. Yeah, everything sounds better. I know. I just moved my whole thing. X is working as well. I don't know why Kick doesn't work. I'm an audio specialist. I'm sure you are. What crypto needs true adoption and to be used in real world until it's always. Yeah, of course. I mean, look, we're in one of the most risk-on assets in the world, right? This industry is full risk. You have to be slightly crazy to do what you're doing in this industry, right? Ever so slightly. I wouldn't say it's like 100%, but you gotta have to be a bit nuts, right? To be utilizing this. But with the nuts also comes the nuts potential, maybe if you're lucky and getting the right time type of returns. And look, this is the market we're playing in, right? You have to play with the ups and the downs, and you just have to be careful and be very, very important. I did the audio for a TV show countdown. No way. I don't believe that for 1 second, redemption. No way. I think my voice sounds good. This mic is really good. It was just over my shoulder, so it's all good. So we're in this scenario right now where it's this, right? We're in an extremely volatile market. We have a lot of uncertainty, right? We have things like the orange man doing things that just only make things even more uncertain. We have things like the potential black swan events happening in the background with Japan. However, if you guys were over on the gram, I put down a report where we could technically, and if you guys want to see, let me just show you the Grammensy, right? Make sure that everything's all, you guys understand where that is. It's the same name, just it's the same name. Let me just show you that so you guys follow that as well. It's really, really important that you follow that, because all of my key information that I have, I'm putting down there. I just can't be, otherwise it's not my. There's no point in putting it here because TikTok just like does whatever it wants to. It's here. Just go to this here and follow that, and you will see what's going on. My latest video should make you very, very happy. Like, it should make you very, very happy indeed, because on the one hand, right, I know the dollar's plummeting. I gave a reason why the dollar is plummeting on the gram, right? On the one hand, we're in a scenario right now where what America is doing and what's happening with the uh, what weirdo is back in your video talking about chat? Just ignore it. Whatever. He's just having fun, right? On the one hand, what's happening in Japan is a problem, right? And America knows it's a problem. It's a real problem. Thank you so much, Steve. It means a lot. But again, all of my videos are now on the gram. I'm not putting anything back on here again. I'm not going to do it. It's no point, right? It seems that they can take it away for some of the most ridiculous reasons. And with all the evidence I give, they still just like, whatever. So all I need from you guys is to when I post the snips of my live, to just blast it out like every single day, just like repost it, get as many people in there and all that kind of stuff, because I give the alpha on here as much as I can. So like Japan at the moment is going through, and let's go through let me look at the dollar and I'll tell you what's happening with the dollar right now, right? And it's wholeheartedly this. Look, the dollar is gone off a cliff, and there's a number. Every creator I watch is under fire from how. Yeah. That TikTok doesn't do anything. I think they are kind of like, they don't do anything about it. There's a number of the dollar, right? There's a number. There's a number on the dollar that if it passes. Anyway, look, let me get the full movement on here, right? Currently, Japan is going through an issue, and its currency is debasing at an unbelievable level. Its U.S. government bonds rates are increasing at an increasingly fast level, and this is causing a problem, which in essence is the creditor of the world, and more importantly, the creditor of the U.S. economy, Japan, getting into a situation where if their yield bonds get higher than the American bonds, they will sell American bonds to buy the yen and the yen bonds, right? And what that will cause is a yen spike, a yen instability, and then it will be a massive pull of liquidity from all the US markets and the world markets, to be honest, because of the yen carry trade. I've done a lot of videos about it. You can go and check that out, right? Well, you can't because it's gone, because apparently I'm a human trafficker, right? But if you want to see that, you go to the gram. Now, what's going on is that on Friday, this is why I missed it. I missed it on Friday, and that's why on Sunday we had this massive pullback, because what the U.S. government and the Treasury has done is to put in a potential, and is doing it now slowly, right? A massive buy of the yen, and what that causes is that the dollar is now sold to buy the yen, which debases the value of the dollar at an insane rate. They're buying massive amounts of the yen to keep it at a stable level, to keep their bonds, bring the bond yield down, and to potentially spark growth in the economy, which will then keep it at this perfect balance of where rates can be low, growth is somewhat okay, and the yen stays stable. So this yen carry trade and this massive level of liquidity that's fueling into our markets can stay safe. Now, with what they're doing by doing that is devaluing the dollar. So there is a massive pull away from all fiat. Fiat now, and if I can get some more likes, let's try and get it to 30,000 likes. It would mean a lot. You just have to tap a little bit. I don't, I'm a poor man now without a channel. I'm just like running around just thinking, what do I do in my life? All that kind of stuff, So what's happening at this present moment is that there is a exodus from the dollar, a true exodus from the dollar. You're breaking up on my feed. Is it just me? Am I breaking up? Is anyone seeing me break up? I don't know. Whatever. So there's a mass exodus away from the dollar. Hence what we're seeing here. No, it's fine. Okay, you're fine on my end. Okay. This max exodus away from the dollar is now, for the time being, it keeps freezing. No. I don't know. I don't know why I keep freezing. Some people saying no, some people saying yes. I don't know. Maybe it's on your internet. Hello, Crypto Siding. There is a mass exodus away from the dollar into things. The best way to describe it are things that are relatively safe. And that safety is gold, 100%. And on top of that, metals and silver and things like that, right? Although, just so you understand, this pullback that happened, this 7% move equated to $6 trillion. Just so you understand how overpriced this thing is. just so you understand how overpriced silver is at the moment. So silver, precious metals, and especially gold is absorbing the majority of this exodus away from the dollar. The majority of it is being absorbed from that. But there is a point. Because the cryptocurrency market cap, right, is larger than it was. It's still small, but it's larger than it was now, right? It's larger than it was. So there is a number. There is a dollar number that if it does break, the rotation into our industry is gonna be something, right? It's gonna be something. Now, these are if, buts, and maybes at this present moment. And I can't say for sure when this might happen, if this is going to happen. I mean, it will eventually happen at some point, right? But the more that the USA tries to help out Japan, the higher the chance that this is going to happen. And that number, if you want to know that number, you need to go to my gram and I say it there. Because there's no other way you guys are going to go and follow it. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not going to tell you the number. But there's a number. There's a number, and I talked to a banker about it as well. He said, "Yeah, if you could get below that, then we could see rotation into higher risk on assets. So if you want to see that number, I mean, this is not me having to do it. I'm being forced to do this kind of stupid stuff, right? So if you want to see it, it's on the gram. There you go. Anyway, that's where we are. And there's a number there. I saw it on your video. Redemption, you're a gangster. That's why you know the number I'm talking about. Don't say it. All right? This is where we are. I don't know if you're a he or she. Gangsteress. I don't do IG. Well, then follow the tubes on the tube as well. Bob, I can't confirm that, unfortunately. There's no confirmation on what's happening on that side. But that's where we are at this present moment. At the moment, the market is showing strength. Chinese New Year week, metal sell-off. Could potentially. Well, let's just see, right? I'll say this. We are currently in a bit of an interesting place right now. We're showing strength. I mean, it looked hairy yesterday, but we're showing strength. But we still have not been able to close above that level. Even right now, we tried to break out and it slammed back down again. All right, this is where we are right now. It has had several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts. That's on the 30 minutes, but let's go into the higher level. So how many have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts to break through. And there will be a moment where this breaks through. Now, whether it needs another rally and sweep of that liquidity to go through on that level. Yesterday you were very negative about it. It's still unclear. Look, the market still is not. I mean, no, yesterday, remember, look, I just want to say, yesterday I said that it will most probably come and test this area, the 2.93, exactly as it is tested right now, right? Found support, and now it's testing the upper bound. Now, if it can't break through the 2.97 trillion level, it will go and try and test this bottom level again. And it might break through, then it will go crazy. Now, if we look at what's coming tomorrow, we have we have an event coming tomorrow, right? It's not like we don't have an event coming tomorrow. And this event is something. I'm going to say it's something, right? Because it's not going to be about what he says, right? Because we have the I mean, we have the FOMC coming tomorrow, so I'll show you. You guys should definitely check out this. No, I'll show you. You guys should all have CryptoCraft on your saved. Why is this not working? Why? Why you be problem, huh? Okay, whatever. Okay, fine. All right, fine. You have to be weird. I'll do it in a weird way, right? We have on CryptoCraft, right? You guys should definitely go to CryptoCraft right now, right? My soul short is still right. No time to follow everything at the moment. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I apologize. Right now, we have the FOMC tomorrow, and the chances of them cutting. Let's just see. What are the chances? What is the chance of them cutting? What is it? Fed watch. What are we at the moment? What's the chance of them cutting? I have a feeling it's not going to be high. Is the chance of them? What is the chance of them cutting? What is the chance here? What are we looking at? No change. Like 97.2%, no change. No chance of change. And I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. This FOMC meeting, right, has got nothing to do with them cutting or not. Nothing. The question and answers of this FOMC meeting is going to be a historic event, because it is the first FOMC meeting after, I'm going to say the US government, but you know what I mean, is trying to place federal charges on Powell. That question and answer is going to dictate how the market is going to move tomorrow. I promise you, unless there is something wild that happens and he suddenly does like a massive cut or a hike, you're not going to see any movement in the market, in my humble opinion. Right? I think the market is going to completely be understanding of the fact of, the Fed going, okay, let's just try and find out what is going on at this present moment. What is going on at this present, right? What is going on at this present moment? Because right now we're in this scenario where the Fed is sitting there going, all right, okay, so are we gonna have inflation? Because there is a chance that inflation will happen now, right? Because we have other issues that will cause inflation. If America is now helping Japan out, they're going to be spending through their nose, which is going to affect their debt, which is going to potentially increase inflation. It's going to potentially do a whole bunch of stuff that the Fed is like, yo, okay, let's just see what's going on here. We don't want to cut just in case to add to the cost of inflation, right? At the same time, for all those people, and I want this to be just very, very clear. For all those people that are super happy about silver doing this, right? Doing this crazy move. I just want everyone to also understand is if this continues over a 3-month period, you know, those things that you use every day, you know, things like electricity and like, anything that works on electricity are going to slightly start to get a bit more expensive. And if people are saying, oh, look, I've made a 2x on my money, they're not going to be particularly too happy when everything that they use is now like, wait, why is this add any electrical instrument $200 more expensive now? Yeah. You're gonna get a bit of a shock if this continues. I'm just letting you guys know, like, this is not it. This is great, but not fantastic. We want silver to be steady, brev. That's good for us. It might be good for a few investors and everything else, but for the world, yeah, you might need to cut on some snacks, Joey. That's all I'm going to say. I think everyone's going to be cutting on some snacks. This ain't good. Again, inflationary. And the Fed does not want to add to that crap, all right? Be careful what you wish for. I mean, literally, Trump keeps giving out reasons to not cut. Nobody knows what he's going to do next. It's not even what he's going to do next. It's not even that. It's more about trying to find a way to navigate what is real and what is actually going to affect the market, because the market has now got to a stage where they're trying not to listen to Trump anymore. I mean, they look at what he will do and what the potential outcome of that will be, and if it will affect the market, but they just don't care about what he says anymore. It's not a what he says type of thing. It's what may potentially cause effects to the market if he does it. That's where we are. Like, that's why Venezuela didn't have too much of an effect on the market. The higher the silver and gold pump, the higher the runway for Bitcoin. All right, I'm going to say one more thing, right? I need everyone to understand one key thing, right? And I can't drink this on TikTok. Water is not allowed, apparently, right? I just want to say this. Everyone that is putting gold and any other metal, and I mean any other metal, in the same level as gold is not understanding gold. Gold is not classed as a precious metal anymore. Gold is not the same as silver, platinum, and all that kind of stuff. It is completely different. Gold is a form of currency right now. That's it. It's a form of currency. It is what people utilize. And it's not, I mean, even safe haven is slowly starting to move away from gold. Gold is a different thing. You cannot say silver and gold are the same things. It is not the same thing in any sense of the word. It's looked at differently. It's traded differently. Everything about it is different. So you need to be careful when you look at that kind of thing. Now, why, coin, I can't even say that word because, TikTok might not like it. All right. Why that is an interesting take on this is because it classes itself in a similar, well, it's being classed in a similar manner as all these precious metals, right? It has a sort of somewhat of a safer haven in the way of defense against inflation and the value of the dollar, which kind of has similarity effects to things, right? Because it makes everything more expensive because the dollar is cheaper. So what is this right now, right? This is the situation where we are. We have to ask this question. If these precious metals, and sometimes not even precious metals, I mean, copper is running. It's stupid, right? We're at this crazy world, right? Pay your groceries with gold, shave some dust off as a cash register. Ask any trader, ask anyone in the banking system how they look at gold, what their definition of gold is, and they will tell you it's a currency. All of them will tell you it's a currency. When gold rises like this, it has been seen as a warning sign in the economy. Yeah, it can be. Like, there is a certain level of certainty and all that kind of stuff, and running away from difficulty in the market. Yeah, but it's more of a hedge against inflation and a devaluation of the dollar. Gold is inversely related to that. And you see, the more that the dollar will go down, the higher the gold will go. But there is a point, right? There is a point where the value proposition of putting your money into gold and various other assets, because the problem is that silver and all the other metals are freaking me out a little bit, because look, you will not see a 50%, I mean, in my humble opinion, don't listen to what I'm talking about, right? You will not see a 50% retrace in gold. It would have to be like COVID level of money injection to see something on that crazy level, right? You will not see a 50%. It would be wild. Something in the economy would have to break for gold for something like that to happen. But with silver, it can definitely happen. definitely happen. And I mean that across all metals. It can definitely happen. Whether it will happen today or tomorrow, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the line, it can definitely happen. So be careful about all these things that I'm talking about. The two are very different and their effects are very, very different. Right now some wants to switch to copper. You can go on eBay, I promise you, go to eBay and write copper and you'll see these safes full of copper bars. You're just like, come on, man. Come on. Honestly, what, you could fill your house with copper, strip your house from the water pipes, that kind of stuff. Like we're at that stage is unusual, but the next stage is moving into what could be more risk on assets. So you need to. This is the thing. When things are, Bitcoin does well when inflation and things like that are not so hot, right? Because they try to put into assets that can beat that inflationary increase and devaluation of the dollar. That's where we are at this present moment. Now, we need to understand where the Fed sits tomorrow, and that question and answer tomorrow and I'm going to be streaming all of it, right? So you guys can see, is going to be for the history books. Because if every question isn't about what's going on with them being tried to be, the federal indictment aspect, and he will do this, right? I'm so certain, because he's annoyed right now. Powell's annoyed right now because he's like, look, I'm trying to keep stability in this market and this guy just wants me to wreck everything. I'll say this, like, if the Fed started cutting continuously now, right? If the Fed was cutting constantly without any thought for what's happening in the market, the US spending, the debasement of the dollar, it would go, I'm telling you, the US economy would not be able, you would not know what to do to save the economy. Everything would start going nuts. Everything would be like, what is happening? And I'm telling you, gold would go to $10,000. I'm being serious. Gold would go to $10,000. I'm being serious. Gold would go to $10,000 and people would be like trying to, chase after people in the streets with like gold fillings and stuff. It'll get to that crazy level. You need to be cautious, right? Fed won't cut because 10-year yields didn't drop to 3. No, it's gonna go. Oh, actually, what is the US 10-year yields at the moment? What are we looking at? I mean, like, it's okay. It's settling a little bit, but this will rise. This is gonna rise. There's no way this is holding. Look at that, man. Like the USA intervening did that, but it's going back up because the problem is right now, right? And this is where the closer these two get together, the bigger chance of a black swan event happening, right? This is what every trader is like laser focused on, these two numbers at this round. Actually, 3. Why would Bitcoin follow inverse DXY when it's stopped following M2 supply? M2 supply is different. I'll explain to you about M2 supply. Bitcoin depegged itself from S&P and didn't follow the 4-year cycle. Nothing makes sense right now. All right, let me just go through. There's a lot of things that you said there, and I'll explain all of those questions, right? First things first, right? Bitcoin is always inversely correlated to the dollar. In fact, if you go to my gram, I actually have a chart there that shows exactly what it is. It's always inversely correlated. The problem is, because the total market cap of this industry, it looks like it's gaining strength. Good. This might rally. The whole market might rally tomorrow. Maybe even tonight. We'll see. If the total, what was I talking about? Yeah, so the total market cap is larger now. So the only time where you will see a real effect of the dollar starting to really fall is after a certain threshold. There's a certain threshold where you will see people just putting money into anything that will beat the value of the dollar and the debasement and inflationary issues that come across it, right? Because you need to understand this. And this is statistical data. You can search this up. If you don't believe me, you can look. On average, Bitcoin still brings in all right, an annualized return of 50%. On average, including bear, when you average it between bear and bull, right? This is the situation where you're. So there's a point where it gets to, and you can go and check that on my gram, right, where I say that there, where this will have, if it passes, this is going to grow crazy. And it could be the catalyst that really pushes this up, especially Bitcoin. Where's my Bitcoin? There we go. Could be the catalyst that pushes it up all the way up to the 100,000. It could be. It could be this injection that's coming from the devaluation of the dollar. Now, there's still levels that we need to break. There's so much that Bitcoin needs to do to get to these higher levels. There is so much it needs to do, right? And I'm just being very optimistic at the moment, and there's a potential. We're looking for a catalyst to move this market. That's that, right? Secondly, it's following the M2 supply. M2 money supply, right? It's not, you need to understand the correlation between Bitcoin, S&P 500, and the M2 money supply, right? M2 money supply is increasing, but you need to have a stable economy or a catalyst for those for the supply of money to be allocated, because it's not just the increase in the amount of the supply of an increase of liquidity. It's not about just the growth of the amount of money in the world, but it's that correlated with certain other factors. Because right now, if you look at the money markets, and that's why when the dollar is going to go down, and if we start seeing the yields go down, I'm telling you that our market will go crazy, is because people who are standing in the money markets are fearful of putting anything into anything at the moment, because they're fearful of a crash or something happening or something crazy happening. But the moment that there is a singular level of, and it doesn't have to be positive stability, right? Because don't forget, we've had some of the biggest growth in our history when we have had the lowest level of liquidity, mobility in the economy. We've had some of the highest rates ever, but we've had the biggest growth. Why is that? Because sometimes it's not about the way the rates are, or this is, or inflation is. It's about the market understanding the movement. Boring is good for markets. Do you understand? Boring is good. And when boring is there, you will get growth, and the M2 money supply will align with these things. That's the next thing. The factor of the 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle, before institutions were in here, made sense. It made sense because the ones that were the highest buyers, the sellers, all of that was wholeheartedly in hands of the miners. The 4-year cycle is built around miners and the way that they need to sell, the way they need to buy, the way that the halving works. It's all wrapped up in that aspect. But we have institutions buying greater amounts and selling greater amounts of this asset beyond the miners, beyond all of that stuff. So it's now become more of a, and I won't even say it's a, because look, we used to have a period of bull, and then we would have up to 12 to 18 months of bear, right? Now it's a bit different. Alts, I agree, will deal with that kind of aspect. Alts will be the 4-year cycle. I still believe it holds within alts wholeheartedly, and I think it's going to be somewhat of a different type of 4-year cycle, and I don't think it's going to be what you would describe as a 4-year cycle. It's just going to be more related to stability in the market and excess liquidity. Alts do well when there's excess liquidity, right? And the only time that you'll get excess liquidity when there's stability, when you'll get rate cuts, and when we'll get injection into the economy, which is happening in some form or other. So that's where we are at this present moment. So alts, you have to wait for that. You'll still get moves up and down. Maybe you'll get 10% moves up. Maybe you'll get 20% moves down. Some memes will go up 100%, whatever. But to get back to what we would describe as those all-time highs, that's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of time, right? So that's a different kettle of fish. Bitcoin has changed, and I'm going to start putting Ethereum into that boat as well. There is a point when the staking and the developments of Ethereum, it's going to get to a point where it's going to go hand in hand with Bitcoin. It's just how it is, right? Bitcoin is the phone, Ethereum is the operating system. It's going to get to that level. There is no other thing platform that can even come close to withstanding the sheer amount of transactions that will need to be taking place in this market, right? That's where we are. That's the situation, and a bit of an understanding of what you just said throughout all that kind of thing. It's, you have to look at it through a different lens now. You need to look at it through a lens that you would look through if you were looking through the the S&P 500 and various other aspects. Where is the S&P 500 here? Yeah, I mean, the S&P 500 is rallying like crazy because, and it'll break through. It'll break through. It's going to break through that all-time high. I would be very surprised if it doesn't. The dollar is tanking. They're putting money anywhere that could potentially save the devaluation of that dollar. It's crazy. Look, I mean, look, think of it this way. Where's the DXY at this present moment? It's wild what's going on. Look at this. Let's put it in the monthly, right? Where's this? I mean, like within 2 years. Within 2 years, you're 16% worse off. Like if you had $100,000, you've lost $16,000. You know, that's a bit of a problem. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be happy if that happened. Like, you'd be like, Brev, what's going on, right? You're 16% worse off for holding fiat. And the thing, this is the crazy thing about all of this, right? This is the crazy thing about all of this. If you look at it in the understanding of gold, which in essence, right, which in essence is the real level of inflation. Since 2022, you're technically, the dollar, same time, is technically lost double its value. Not 16%, because the devaluation of the dollar combined with inflation and other aspects of such as, import costs and tariffs and the inability of hot money coming in and all this kind of stuff, basically your dollar is worth half of what it was in buying power. I mean, ask yourself, in the last 2 years, I was looking at some of the cost of everything in the USA. In the last 2 years, if you go and check out, broccoli is like $16 or something in the USA, unless I'm mistaken, or like $10. You know how much broccoli is in England? Do you know how much broccoli costs me in England? It's wild what's happened in the markets. Actually, what does anyone who lives in the USA? How much does broccoli cost? What is this? Don't have liquidity in. Oh yeah. My internet is going down. I need to sort that out. Something's going on with that. Anyway, DXY is going down, but we still don't have liquidity in the markets. No one wants to put a penny into crypto industry. So how we reach some levels and grow? There is a level. There is a level. I'll say this, right? There is a level that if the dollar falls below, it will go into our industry. Why are people like Tom Lee making predictions of Bitcoin at 200,000 by the end of the year? He was even saying, but of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. He's one of the biggest investors in this industry. He's a marketer, innit? You know what I mean? He's a marketer. He's a marketer for the industry he's buying into. Yeah, we're rallying. This is awesome. Yeah, and the market's doing really, really well. Cool. Oh yeah, this is really, really interesting. This is really interesting. Cool. Right? That's a good sign. That's a really, really good sign. Now, this is most probably going to come and try and test this level here, right? Let's go try and test this level here. Let me get rid of all this. I mean, that could stay. I'm going to get rid of that, right? I'll get rid of this. It's going to probably come and retest this area around the 3.4%, 3.4 trillion. Maybe it's a price in for something. Maybe it's priced in for something. It could be. We'll see. And it could be a trap. Right now, I will say this. When I'm doing something, if I do not hold something for the long term at this present moment, the market is way too insane for anything to happen. But understand this: the more the dollar goes down, the more there is a chance that this industry is going to do something very, very interesting, right? We're coming into what could be described as a historic move in the dollar. Historic. Why KB streaming at the same time? Is he streaming at the same time? I need to bring him on. I didn't know why he's streaming at the same time. What's KB saying? By the way, he's in our pro group. Actually, we're changing it to the Alpha Hunters. All right, we want to be lame and cool at the same time. 3.4 billion. Yeah, 3.4 billion. Trillion. That's where we are at this present moment, right? We're at this level. That's what we're playing with. We're in a very unique scenario right now, and it's look, to be honest, right now it's very hard to know exactly what's going on, and you need, in my humble opinion, the way I do it, and it doesn't mean that anyone is even going to be thinking of anything on this level, right? Is this I do not, I mean, holding something for a day is where I'm at a maximum, maybe 2. A day or 2 is maximum I hold, because the market is so volatile and price action is so insane at this present moment. You're just like, I mean, we've had a pump, dump, and pump and dump and pump and dump 4 times in the past 3 days. All right? It's not something that's normal here. Oh, yeah, DXY is doing some... Look, this is a historic thing that's happening, by the way. Like, we are... If we sustain this, just so everyone can really understand, if we sustain this, the move... It's going to be a runaway event on the dollar. This is a bear flag all the way from 2008. It's gonna be something. So hasn't been great for swing trades in a while. Yeah, it's absolutely not swing trades. Scalp is amber. Lambda area is close. Yeah. I'm just saying, if this breaks and holds and actually starts the unwinding of the dollar, I'll just say this to you so you guys can really understand. A move from here to here, right? Let me just measure this. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say this is gonna happen. A move from here to here, a 26% drop in the dollar. I don't know how to say this, man. A 26% drop in the dollar would probably equate to Bitcoin hitting like $300,000. And gold probably hitting 7,000, and silver probably hitting $200. Gold definitely. Gold will probably go up to 7,000. That's all I'm gonna say. If we are witnessing the unwinding of the dollar, we will see moves like moves like we've never seen before in our whole entire life. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm still like, I'm not saying it's 100, but it Bitcoin will hit $300,000 easily. if that full unwind happens. It's gonna make me think that the US might intervene if that's if that happens. I'm just going to say, I will say that we will get unbelievable rate hikes. We'll go above the COVID level of rate hikes. I think Powell, by the time May comes, he'll probably raise it by another 5 points, like at that level, if the dollar starts to unwind. Just saying. So, if you want to navigate all of that, be my guest, right? be my guest if you want to navigate all of that. And if you want to, we have groups and Alpha Hunter and all that kind of stuff that we're building, and we're gonna make it as we're gonna make it Netflix. Do you know what that means? It's gonna be Netflix for everyone that wants to utilize it, market and this all this kind of thing. We have an amazing trader called KB in there, which is like gonna be, you're gonna love that guy. In a fight between Donald can't say this, and Jerome, too late. I don't know. Oh my god. A pay-per-view? I would pay. I've never paid for a pay-per-view fight because I can't. Right? I don't care. As much as I like seeing who was that YouTuber's guy's name? What would be the YouTuber's guy? what would be the YouTuber's name? What's that guy's name? Logan Paul. As much as I like to see Logan Paul get his ass beat all the time, right? As much as I love that, Crypto King, Jake Paul getting his ass beat all the time, I will not pay for that. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the situation where we are. Like, let's see. 3.4 is key now. Now that we've found support above that, the market should do some insane moves, right? Which is really, really interesting. But if we reject out of the 3.4, this is gonna be a sharp drop down, like sharp. Watch it. I'm like, at this present moment, I'm in the notion of creating creating the full platform and everything for everyone to be ready. I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff done, like really cool things for everyone to be a part of it. And I'm sure that everyone here wants to be able to see what the market's doing, how to play it, and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be, as I said, Netflix. It will be the Netflix of the channel. You guys can enjoy it and play around. It could be chats and like calls and this and the other. The whole 9 yards. It's fun. I want to keep it nice and cool, and all the people that are in there at the moment are going to be founders, and they already know what that means, right? So that's that situation where we are. What should we look at? What do you want to look at? I gave you a rundown of the market, what's happening tomorrow. The market is looking strong and it's moving in the right direction, which is a good thing. It's found support. It's found support at the level that I said it, the 2.93. You can go back and check my videos if you guys don't believe it, and we can see what goes on from there. Look at gold. What do you want me to say with gold? Gold is up, all right? It's going to go up, and it's going to continue to go up. The more the dollar goes down, it's hitting. It's verging to the 7,000. Gold is getting to a point. Gold, in every sense of the word, has been. I mean, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. If it gets to 7,000, it is one of the most unbelievable investments I've ever done in my whole entire life. Like, unbelievable. And I bought Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin at a cheap price. But I didn't buy I mean, not in one singular way. In one singular amount, I bought a lot of gold. Yeah, 3.4. This 3.4 area here. That's the previous high. If it can break through that, we're going towards the $100,000 Bitcoin easily. I would not be surprised. Well, 20K. No, we don't. We don't want. Man, if gold went to 20,000, I'm telling you, if gold went to $20,000 an ounce, right? I'll just say this. People with gold teeth should not leave the house. All right, that's all I'm gonna say, man. that's all I'm gonna say. 100%. It may be. I think we do a quick bounce to March before this 14-month fair market is over. Yeah, something like it could be possible. It is a possibility, like 100% a possibility. We have to see. Look, at this present moment, you play level by level. It's this where we are in the market right now. It's not like what you would describe as a understanding of what a bull or bear market is. It's strange. We have unusual, uncertain economic environment right now, and it's not. It's uncertain in a way, right? It's uncertain in a way where it's not like certain that we have inflation or it's certain we don't have this. It's everything's in the air right now. Everything's in the air. That's why everyone's like, just buy gold. Just buy gold. I think next year we'll be able to look back and see that this was a large bear. Alts, Todd. Alts, I agree. Bitcoin, I don't agree. Let's not forget that. Bitcoin has done a miraculous move. Bitcoin it's gone up by what, 80%? How much of a percent has Bitcoin gone up? It went up by 157%, and it's pulled back down into this region now. Even if it goes down, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bear market. I would not be described as a bear market in that understanding. We've had an absolute massive growth of Bitcoin at that period. Silver is lagging. It's not lagging. It's not. I wouldn't say it's lagging. What are you talking about? It's lagging. What's that? How does that look like it's lagging? Don't see. Didn't you see Bitcoin pull down to 60 before it goes back to 180 next year? It could do. I wouldn't say 60. I would say, look, in my humble opinion on Bitcoin, right? I would say the 200-day moving average. Right? I would say between the 71-ish. By the time it gets down here, it'll probably get to the 71-ish area. That area there. It'll bounce off the 200-day moving average on the weekly. That's what I would say. In my humble opinion, don't listen to what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. This ain't any advice in any way whatsoever. Right? Just want everyone to be very, very careful of all that thing. Yeah, but silver and gold are different things. Don't equate the two together. Most altcoins are 90% down for sure. Yeah, it is down. They're all down. I agree with you. You 171. However, 71. However, I think the market manipulates. Yeah, I mean, look. What I always say is that the markets will make you feel 10 to 15% more than you think you should feel. It will make you feel like it's over. It will make you feel like it's over. That's the best way to describe it. So there may be the bottom end of this. So the 68. I don't think it will go down to 660 would be insanity. I don't think it'll go to 60. If it goes down, I don't think it'll go to 60. 70, 68, something around there. Kathy Woods reckons it would be quite a shallow drop in Bitcoin. Oh no, don't say that. Silver used to be 6-to-1 ratio to gold. Yeah, but you can't equate gold and silver together. They're not the same thing. Gold is not classed as a precious metal anymore. It's a currency, and it's traded like a currency. I want to be very, very cautious about that. Every other metal, and palladium and all that kind of stuff, and platinum, and and silver is included in that, is a full understanding of a precious metal, and gold is classed as a currency. Yes, I know that 6 ounces would buy 1 ounce. I understand that. But they're classed differently. I was saying the other day, Crypto Soldier, you could see a 50% retrace in silver. I can never see a 50% retrace in gold, ever. The world would have to do something on a unfathomable thing for that to happen. I can't see it. The only time that this will move up and down and stabilize somewhere and potentially pull back a little bit is if the dollar starts gaining a lot of value. That's it. It's the only time. And that's why it's classed as a currency, because the correlation between the dollar and gold are inversely related to each other. I'm so curious what will happen when Asia session will open. I don't know. Like right now, the price action right now, what's happening here? You're just like, this kind of is understandable, right? Pull back in, find support, and then and have a breakout. That makes sense, right? But what happened here? You're just like, bruh, look, we've had a swing. Look, how much of a swing have we had? What is that swing? A 1% swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in the past. In the past, how many days is this? In the past, one day and 18 hours. In the past 2 days, we've had 9 1% swings in the total market cap. It's nuts of what's happening right now. Complete insanity. And I would not be surprised if this thing absolutely nukes down from here. It is treacherous to be a long-term trader right now, swing trader right now. What's going on in the market? Yeah, the market is interesting. Not until we will be able to mine gold in the different planets. Yeah. Even then, Cryptus, even then, you'll start. Look, you need to look. Okay. I'm gonna explain this, right? I'm gonna explain, and this is why you have to be. You need to why you equate it with Bitcoin as well. And I'll say this, and I'll head in my merry way. And I would appreciate it if you guys could press the like a little bit more, share a bit more. I really appreciate it if you can get to 30,000. You know, I'm a poor creator now. I don't have a channel. You know, after all my human trafficking stuff that I've been talked about, all that kind of stuff, right? I want something to be since January 27, the gold silver ratio stands at approximately 400. Yeah, I get that. Crypto Soldier, I get that. I know that the ratios have changed, but the ratios can change down aggressively as well. It doesn't mean that it's going to stay where it is. But what I'll say this is, right? The correlation, the reason why I don't see gold having that type of move is because gold is how to best put this is gold doesn't have the same manipulation that currencies can have because of its understanding of scarcity and the limited amount of supply that's in the world and the larger amount of demand that it has. Its inflationary factor is not like how money is. Money can be inflated aggressively. That's why its value, that's why people, the system is built this way, right? The system is built this way, and that's why things like stocks and stock markets and assets and metal, all this kind of stuff, metals and stuff like that are traded because the actual essence of currency is inflationary. There isn't a currency that isn't inflationary. It's actually baked into the system of what it is, right? It's just the way it's done. But with gold, it doesn't have that. It's completely protected against that aspect, and that is why things are moving in that direction with gold and everything else. However, silver is not like that, and other precious metals are not like that. Do not equate the two together. They're two separate things. Separate things. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Someone just said, "Oh my God, look at Ondo." Where's Ondo? What kind of a percentage move have we had here? Where's Ondo? Where's Ondo? Let me see where Ondo is here. Let me look. Why do I not have Ondo? Ah, okay, whatever. What's Ondo do? I mean, it's had a bit of a move. We're not. Let's not get too overzealous here. Whoa, what was that? Okay, What type of move have you had, Brev? What do we? It's at a 2.5% move. All right, okay. Banks are creating about 28 million from 1 million out of the thing. Yeah, of course, fractionalized lending is always like that. That's just the nature of how it works. It's unfortunate. Bitcoin dominance drop a bit down. Yeah. I mean, if like Bitcoin dominance could, I mean, like it could nuke from here, but show the Bitcoin at the top, tight stop loss worth the risk. Yeah, good one. Would you recommend bailing out altcoins? No, I don't think so. Breadcoin is draining my account. Can you pump it? Why are you in Bread? Why are you in Bread? Those type of coins you shouldn't. Ah, man, don't. Why are you in Bread? Bread's not ever gonna go back to where it was. I know why. Why is exchange pumping? It's pumping because most exchanges pump when markets rally. I always look at those look at exchanges, especially ones that are privacy led. Privacy led ones are always do well because a lot of people pump liquidity in through those because it's private on those RWA. I know it's kind of an RWA, kind of. It's more of a lending protocol than an RWA, kind of an RWA. It's on the same level as Pendle. Although Pendle is more of a yield asset trading platform than anything else. But yeah, that's it. Liking Quant, nice little pump. Yeah. Look, alts. Look, as Bitcoin rises and the market rises, alts will have a rise as well. They'll have a move as well, right? It won't be something out of understanding. Some will move more because they're market makers. Will look things like Hype, right? The reason why Hype is doing such a crazy amount is because they have so much liquidity to play with. Hype's market makers are some of the wealthiest out there. Think Binance level, right? Think Binance level. Like Binance can do Binance, if it wants to pump BNB, it can do that. That's why I never sort of disregard Binance, because Binance, they can do whatever they want to. They own the market. Hi, alts, never again. Now, there's a time. There's going to be a time for alts to play their bits. Look, I'm telling you, I've been through alt cycles and alt seasons and this and the other, and it is just, it's wild. Like it's, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. Imagine your everyday coins that you can think of. Things like, I don't know, anything. Think of Solana doing what meme coins do, and that one day it's like 45%, 3x, 4x, 5x in a day. It happens in a day. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And this is the thing, like for people that want this to actually break down at this present moment, I actually want this, and I know you're gonna hate me when I'm gonna say this, right? I know you're gonna really, really hate me when I say this. I kind of want dominance to like get back up to like 62, potentially up to 65. I kind of want it to go up to there because this, where are we now? That would be liquidity into to the altcoins. Without Bitcoin dominance rising, you're not gonna get an alt season. I'll tell you that now for a fact. Zec Dev team quit 2 weeks ago. It took a dip, but seems to be hot. Yeah, they did. Look, they quit. Okay, so the Zec. Okay, this is how rumors work around, right? And I actually gave the reality to it, but apparently no one listened. The Zec team quit for a reason, and it wasn't a reason to get away from Zcash. It was a accounting and tax issue. So what happens is they quit, and then they develop the new company but they're doing the same thing for Zcash. I'm just thinking with what everyone that I just think that with every good little pump we just need to take double the profit. Like I will say, I'm still on the notion, and I still hold it right now, right? It's still on the notion that we will test the 100,000. I think the 100,000 level is going to be, if we get there. Right now, yeah, Zcash didn't quit. They made another company. That's literally what I just said. Yeah. By the way, if you guys are watching on you can actually move the cursor forward, and you can get more up to date with the stream. I still think that this region here, the 100,000 region, is going to be tapped. And that's where real decision time is. I think around there, I didn't hear that update. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, no problem. The decision point is going to be, I still believe that, right? It looked, I mean, when we broke underneath here, I was like, oh, damn. I was like, oh, damn. Like, God, we're going, right? But cool. We're coming back into range to see what happens. And all of this could be a grab of liquidity again. You just play short term, right? You see the move and everything else like that, and play it as it is. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what the situation is. Chad had a few second lag. All right. Oh, that's all right, man. It's no problem. Wait till April, June. Alt will rip your. Maybe. I think after May, I agree with you. After May, I think we're going to get a lot more of an injection of liquidity into the market. Your life today is pretty good, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, Todd. I feel like I lost you for a while. You were like, I don't like this guy. Wait, were you the guy that came into my life? Were you the one that came into my life? Was that I haven't followed you? Why am I still seeing your lives? Oh, God. That was my favorite moment. What year? Thank you so much. It's been a great live. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate for everyone there. As I said, this will only be a live. No, I never unfollowed you. I just like some of the coins. I appreciate it. No, I get it, man. Todd, I like having you here. It means a lot that everyone can come and listen to my live. You know, when you have all these other choices. When you have all these other choices. You know, the other day. Anyway, I can't talk about it because apparently, like, anything I say sounds wrong. But that, yeah, yeah, it means a lot. But this will be my live channel from now on. If you want to see all the other things is there. My actual short stuff will be in the gram, and I'll be putting onto the tube as well. You can all see that in you know how to do that. And yeah, we will go from there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys are gonna join me for the FOMC meeting because that is gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I'm telling you now, that's gonna be something. I can't actually explain to you the craziness of what we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Because do you think Solana will reach 2,800 a year? Not a chance. There is literally no chance of that happening this year. The government would have to take it on. The US government would be like, you know what? We're now using Solana for it to get to that level. It would. I mean, it could potentially get to there in 5 years, maybe, but not in there by the end of this year. No chance. No chance. Prediction. Stay the same, and Powell doing Powell way of yes, they will do. There's no chance. There is no chance that Solana is getting to 2,000. It's no way it's getting 2,800 this year. It would be, yeah. I think that Powell is going to be very, very calm. He's going to be slightly boring, but also a bit snipey, a bit little cat. Meow. I think XRP will get to 10,000 before Solana gets to 2.8 this year. I'll just say that to you. I believe in Solana. I bought it at $18. I still have it since $18, and it's taken 5 years to 10. All right, and I was at a lower market cap. Right, just remember, need to do it. Going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride for sure. Do you need to get email from a company's house to do face recognition? Oh, you mean the confirmation on a company's house? That thing is so stupid, Cryptus. Honestly, it's oh my god, it did my head in the other day. Yeah. Hello, Crowman. I'm about to end, but I appreciate you being here. I'm sure the other live that you're coming from was more important than my life. It means a lot. I appreciate that you popped in there. I feel like I'm secondary right now. You know what we could also do, right? We're gonna do this. This is gonna be something that's gonna be interesting, right? Uh XRP 25 this year. I 100%. That means a lot. I think I think you should stay in my live until that happens. How about that? From tomorrow, I would say tomorrow, or maybe from that. Sorry, Pa, you got a new account. I have to get a new. Yeah. From now on, this channel will only be for my live. That's it. All the other stuff will be on my gram. I heard Trump speaking is in less than 10 minutes. I'm not gonna do it. He's probably showing his new shoes. He's probably like, you see my new shoes? I don't want to go into that. Whatever. Look, I'll say this. When the alpha, we're calling it the alpha hunters, whatever. It's the pro group. I just want to call it alpha hunters, so we're all underneath one name. We're gonna make it Netflix style, so you understand, right? Once that happens, on big announcement from Trump in 10 minutes. Yes, very big announcement. You see my shoes? No, the best shoes ever, like better than China. Trillions. I'll be doing a 3 o'clock live with a pro trader in our group, right? So we'll be doing a dual trade, probably on the tube, where we'll be chatting and he'll be showing and I'll be talking and I'll ask him questions. You can ask him questions and all that kind of stuff. And we're developing all of that kind of aspect as well. He's a really, really good trader and all of that kind of stuff. So we can be moving in on that side as well. So you definitely need to do that. That's all I'm going to say. I secured an egg. What? Is Trump the new black swan every time he talks? It's not the black swan, but he's I never forget where he did a tweet where he was like, when I talk, markets move. And I was like, yeah, because you're the leader of the most powerful country and economy in the world. Of course they do, because what comes out your mouth affects that. Right? It will, you know what I mean? When you say something like, bruv, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to do an amazing announcement, the market goes, what does that mean? What, you know what I mean? That's the thing. But I do love the guy. He's great for content. Trump is finished soon. We'll see. I don't know if you would say he's finished soon. I think he has. Look, you guys need to understand something about Donald Trump, right? His methods might be a bit showman-y, right? He's a bit of a showman. But ultimately, the things he's trying to bring forward will, in the future, really help out the USA. Some of the things I don't agree with, some of the things I do, right? Like securing minerals and securing these borders, securing the finances and business and chips and all of that kind of stuff are all good for the market in the long term. Hello, are we gonna have an alt season? Potentially, sometime. You ended up liking him after all. I've never not liked him. I've never not liked him. Look, the way I think is this, right? I think of it in this way, right? Every politician, every leader, every anything has their positives and their negatives. Everything, right? Every single one of them does. Everyone has a positive aspect to them and a negative aspect to them. There are things that he does that I wholeheartedly don't agree with. And there are things that I understand what he's trying to do and I don't agree with his methods. And there's some things I completely agree with. Completely, right? There are a lot of things I agree mid and everything. And that is the case with every leader, right? Every leader. In every sense of the word. Trump is not negative for crypto. I don't think so. No. No, I definitely don't think so. I think he's going to be net positive for crypto. Oh, by the way, just so you understand, do you guys hear what Coinbase is doing with stablecoins? He's pushing Europe into China's arms, and I don't know if that's a good thing for America. Nah. So you think you reckon we would be worse off with Okay. If it's a choice between the two, Trump every single time. every single time. I don't even know if she knew what the job would entail. I did not like Kamala in any sense of the word. She's not a good. She would not be good for the USA. Like Trump, or by all means. On top of that, he's pushing. Yeah, but yeah. Look, the thing is, Trump is pushing people into to China, but at the same time, he's doing certain things that that ultimately in the future will benefit the USA. That's the thing. That's the thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, markets are doing some moves. Some moves. Let's see. 3.4. We'll check that out. Okay, only talking crypto. What do you mean? Not only talking crypto. What are you talking about? I talk about everything. Thank you so much, Roses, for following. That means a lot. Yes, DXY incoming. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Gotta love you and leave you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go and try and, recover what is my sanity with this and try and grow the other thing. DXY is breaking the 70. I mean, where's the dollar at the moment? It's wild. It is wild what's happening to the dollar right now. I mean, it's bouncing off the zone that I said, but damn, man. Yeah, Coinbase is rolling out. It's rolling out a business stablecoin white label, and it's wild what's going on. So, and I don't know how long this is gonna last for, because I see I see Fartcoin making a stablecoin, right? It'll be called Fart stablecoin or Windcoin or whatever it is, right? But yeah, you will be able to white label stable coins through Coinbase. What about the government shutting down mixed with DXY? No rate cuts. No rate cuts. I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue. Honestly, I think if the market can understand it, and it can definitely understand it. If the market sees it as a if it can understand why it's being done, I don't think it will have a negative effect, right? Uncertainty things have a negative effect, and I think the reason why they're doing that is because of all the things that's happening in Japan, and the dollar is falling because of what the US is doing in Japan. That's what's happening. I think it's a read. We'll see, because if it even from here to here, it will go. The Bitcoin will get to 110. Just telling you. But man, because it's not even this channel, it's this horizontal. It's just these two levels, a 95.5 and then this horizontal at the 89 to 90. The move from here to here will be historic for our industry. Genuinely historic. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm just happy about my gold investment. I just like to put it out there. Just like it's that white line is where I bought a lot of gold. and I mean a lot of gold. Get out of gold. I mean, I don't know. Get out of gold. I want Bitcoin to pump. I don't have that much gold, all right? Jesus. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good on gold. I'm doing pretty good on gold. I'm gonna say this. Like, I'm at this present moment 250% up on my investment on that. Let's short a bit of gold. I will try it. Yes. Do what you need to do. I'm not going to tell anything on that side. All right. Okay, cool. Look, guys, absolute appreciation. Love everything else, all that kind of stuff. And we will go on from there. Again, this is my alt account only for doing lives. I'll be reposting snippets of my live on here. But other than that, I won't be posting anything else on TikTok from now on. Even if I get my account back, it's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for my time and my effort. So go follow me on the gram and on the tube, and we'll go on from there. All right. Appreciate you all. You guys are incredible, absolutely amazing. Love, affection, all that kind of stuff. It means a lot that you guys are here. When like all these big creators that are on the other side. Who else is streaming at the moment that people aren't watching my live? I got a feeling it's what's his name on Mr. Ribbons. No, the Clarity Act is being put aside for the time being because of the banks basically put a poison pill into it. Yep. All right. Okay. Cool. Did you just say to my mum? That's nice, Todd. I appreciate the nice compliments. I've missed the negative compliments, but yeah. Anyway, you guys are incredible. All right, guys. All right. Appreciate it. Take care. Take care. All right, for you guys on the tube, right, and on X, um, I'm gonna say go and join the Learn My Alvarez group. It's very soon. I mean, we're talking like a couple of days. I'll be dropping a big update in the Alpha Hunters group, which is our pro trading group and information and signals and all this kind of stuff. It's a massive revamp of everything else. Everything on that side is going to be moving. We have like massive deals with exchanges and a whole bunch of other stuff is going to be happening, like big prizes, big competitions, like huge things are going on. Like absolutely massive stuff is going to be going on there. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it possibly. I'm going to make it Netflix level, right? Everyone who's in there now will be life members, right? They're the founding members. They will get extra benefits, right? They're going to be getting other stuff that you're all going to be very happy about. But anyone that new or wants to go in, they need to go and join the Learn by Alvarez. It's going to be dropped in there first. There's going to be a limited amount of spaces that are going to be getting it at this, like, literally Netflix. Like the payment you pay for Netflix is at a level where most people will forget it and don't even think about it. This is going to be for this whole thing. There's like traders, there's market analysis. I'm even going to give someone, we're going to have meme signals and the guy knows who he is. All of that stuff, the whole thing is going to be happening. I mean, to such an extent, right? The type of, because I know people quite high up in exchanges, right? We're going to be like, the whole group will be entering like national competitions. We're going to be like flown out to places. The whole group, it's going to be wild. Absolutely great group. It's going to be a really cool atmosphere and all this kind of stuff. And it's going to be a situation where you don't even have to be a part of the other things. There'll also be a chat and everything else where most people will be able to talk and have all that cool stuff that's going on. Just make the community, even though certain platforms don't really allow that. But again, I'm gonna say none of this is financial advice. None of this has anything to do with anything. You've been forewarned. I don't know what I'm talking about and all that kind of jazz. All right, love, peace, affection. You guys are incredible. Press the follow button. Press the like button. Press the put some comments in there and all that kind of stuff. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.